Hey, welcome to Let's Get Real with the Pimbers. I am Lou,
And I'm Rhonda.
and today we have a very special guest. I don't know if you can notice him or not. I don't know if you can tell by the smile and the hair. We're going to talk about the hair here in a minute, but we have a very special guest. And who do we have today? What is your name, young man?
Ciao, it's Alessandro, all the way from Italy.
Oh, wait, from Italy. Ciao. I mean, Alessandro's been living with us for a little while now. Rhonda, can you go ahead and explain the whole process? What happened? How did we end up with this person right here, this guy, this young
So
man? Go ahead.
I would be happy to. Lou, me and you talked about, we discussed how we couldn't have any more kids. And I was like, well, can we get an exchange student from Italy? And so we started looking and Alessandro stood out. There was just something about him that was, I don't know. I don't know what it was, but now I know. Right. And
The hair.
yeah, probably the hair. I don't know. But, we started talking back in January of 2025 and communicating, and we got to meet his parents and we got to talk. And then we actually went to Italy and met him and his family in June of 2025. And so it was really cool to be able to meet him. And now, of course, he's been living with us since July. And so many people want to know some things about you, Alessandro. And it's so hard on a TikTok video to say everything. So today's podcast is to really let people know who you are, who you really are, right? And some things about you and your life. So, first of all, I think everybody wants to know, Lou, and I think that you'd agree. They want to know, why did you want to come to the United States? Why did you want to be a foreign exchange student?
Okay,
We need to thank our sponsor, which is Entrepreneur Lab Junior. Entrepreneur Lab is dedicated to a couple things. Number one, breaking the financial illiteracy chain in the home place, right? Bringing financial literacy to a young generation, teaching kids about money, teaching kids about the route to becoming either an entrepreneur or an employee, and also how to start a business and how to set up themselves for college funding. Thank you, entrepreneurlabjunior.com. All right, go ahead, buddy.
okay. So, what I have always thought since I was a little kid is living the American dream. I want to go to, the big grocery stores with the huge gallons of milk, watch the movies in a movie room with the huge buckets of popcorns, and have American friends and American family. So, I've always wanted to go like experience the life because in Italy it's very, at least for me, it was very stereotype, like the locker in the high school, the cool cheerleaders with the cool football guys and blah blah blah. And everything is just like in the movies, like everything is real. So it's very, very cool.
I love it. What was your experience like becoming an exchange student? What was that process for you in becoming an exchange student?
Mamma mia. Allora, from Italy, it's a long way to become an exchange student. You have to, it's literally very, very long to explain and to do it. Very basically, what you have to do is like get engaged with an agency. Does it make sense? Get engaged.
See,
Okay. With an agency. And then from there, you have to send all the documents, all your papers, make a video for your host family that you saw, where I said I could
yeah,
cook.
we'll talk about
And I
that
was,
video
of
in a
course,
minute.
like, no,
Very good.
no. And then we have to write a letter for our host family. Our parents have to write a letter and all this kind of stuff. And then you have to pay a lot, a lot. I wish everybody could experience this, but it's very, very limited, I think, in Italy. And then you come here and you meet your family. But with you guys, I had the chance to meet you back in Italy.
That's right. Rhonda, can you explain the process from our end, what that process was like?
Same thing. It is a long process. Like, we started this a year and a half, 2 years ago. And, there's background checks and there's a lot of controversy, especially on our TikToks, of who pays for what. And
Right.
when exchange students come, we don't get paid for that. Like, we bear the expense. We take on the expense. Now, for certain things like maybe traveling, airfare, sometimes they have to pay for it, right? It just depends. Like, when we went on the cruise, we paid for it. We didn't make Alessandro pay for it. You know what I mean? So there were things that that they're responsible for, and there's things we're responsible for. But, everyone's like, "Oh, you get paid to have them." No, we don't. No, we don't. One of those generous expenses where, you know, so many families take on foreign exchange students, and people don't realize it's a huge process for the background checks, for everything. People dig deep into your backgrounds and your life. And, for us, Lou being a cop and me being, who I'm with my background, it was very easy, but for some people it might be challenging. But it was so cool to be able to meet Alessandro, not just him, but his family. So Alessandro, can you tell us a little bit about your family and who they are?
So, of course, you met my parents. My mom is more into art and all that kind of stuff, and then my dad, which is more like safety and jokes. I really think you guys get very along together because you are a little bit like them. Like Lou is more like squared and work and precise. Rhonda is more like party and crazy stuff. So I think you guys really um, like my Italian family, just American. And then it was a surprise coming here because I've never had sisters, and now I have so many. I have Ashley, I have Nicole, I have Stephanie, I have Coral, I have so many. And my brothers in Italy, I think you met one of them, right?
Yes. We met one
You
in
met
Rome.
Yes, one lives in Rome and he studied like cinema and all this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And then the other one is in Modena, my hometown, my wonderful hometown,
Yes.
which no, he is like interior design and all this kind of stuff. So it's very, very different from like sibling side because here I have sisters, there I have brothers, but like the parent side is more similar. I think.
Huh.
Yes,
Got
yeah, and
it.
we really enjoyed spending time with your parents. In fact, they came out and spent the holidays with us, and we took them to a castle, and we gave them a beautiful horse carriage ride, and it was so awesome to be able to spend that time with them.
Yeah, so we met your parents in Rome. We flew in. We were tired. We hadn't slept. And your parents were so giving, very good people. Your dad carried a backpack. I was like, that backpack is heavy. I can tell it looked a little heavy. But as it turns out, you guys were so kind. And I believe you guys had gifts. You guys brought Modena, from Modena, Italia. You brought vinaigrette, right?
Yes, the balsamic vinegar.
Balsamic vinegar, the original. If you ever get a chance to see what balsamic vinegar really originates from, it's from your hometown, and it's like syrupy, thick, very thick
Yes,
syrupy. And then you guys treated us to a little picnic on one of the towers up there, and we oversaw the city of. I think eventually we did it over in Verona. I think we
We
did.
did,
It all
yes.
it's all one big blur because it's all happened so many different things when we were there, but we had a great time meeting your family, so we're very grateful for that. So you came to the United States, you landed, you flew. What were you expecting when you came here? What were you expecting?
I was not expecting Rhonda with a huge sign saying welcome to the USA and like cheering. So that was very, very cool. And plus, I don't know if you remember, but you, Lou, told me we are in San Antonio, go get here with like on your own. And I was like, what do you mean? And so let's say that probably the first week was very crazy because you guys organized a surprise. You had me a basket, like a welcoming basket.
Yes.
And then from you guys, I started meeting the first people, the first neighbors, and blah, blah. And it's, I didn't expect that because I was like, okay, so I'm going there and I start school and blah, blah, blah. But I came actually very, very early. Like my friends that are other exchange students left like in August, mid-August. I left in July. So it was very, very different from me. And it was very, very cool. Like everything was very probably overwhelming at the beginning
Well,
because
I knew you were gonna be easy to get along with because when I called you and said, "Hey, we're actually in San Antonio, you're gonna have to," and your response to that was, "Then I will run home then. I will run to your house if I have to." I was like,
yeah,
"Okay, this kid's got a good sense of humor, man." And you came here, and then I remember we got you enrolled in school. That was a whole different. What was your biggest takeaway when you walked into the school? Remember that, Rhonda?
Oh my
like
gosh. There's There's so many stories. Because remember, Lou, when he got by us, immediately we went to Vegas and we took him to Vegas
It was so
because
cool.
for our financial firm, every summer, in August, we go to Vegas. So his first
Yeah.
experience was really an extraordinary experience because it was a convention with 10,000 people. It was Vegas. It was, meeting Stephanie for the first time. It was
Yeah.
all these things. So there was a lot of emotions and he's still jet lagged. You know what I mean? Like from flying here. So, and then we ended up going from Vegas to Margaritaville. We went to Margaritaville for a few days. And then Ashley had a big birthday party. It was one thing after another. And then school starts. Like, I'm sure your emotions were just overwhelmed at that point. And I remember you looking at me like, my gosh, this is a lot. So tell me about
Yes.
feelings when you got here and we did all those things so fast.
So at the very beginning, it was very, very overwhelming. I don't know if you remember, Rhonda, but I think the first day, you guys made so much for me that I hugged you and I started crying and I was like, please stop. It's too much for me. Do you remember?
Yes.
Because, I'm on the other side of the world on my own technically because I didn't really know you at the beginning. Knowing all these new people and facing a new culture. So it's very different. But after probably the first 2 or 3 weeks, when I was all set up, it was very, very cool, very, very awesome. Then school started, and there another big, overwhelming period started. But I think most of it was like less heavy thanks to you guys, thanks to Jay, thanks to Ashley, like so thanks to the whole family because you guys are the my reference point here. So thanks to you, I was like, okay, we can do this. We can just go with the flow. And going with the flow became something that I really wanted to do. Like it was not overwhelming. It was very pleasure.
Yes. Fast moving life. We have a very fast moving life. So I knew that it was very important that we chose the right exchange student because some exchange students would not be able to keep up with us, especially with Ashley, with our life, with Stephanie. You know what I mean? Like we have a very fast, exciting, we're always moving and doing something. So it was very important to us that we chose the right person because some people would not have been able to endure everything, especially as fast as we needed to do it. And then I think now you're addicted to vacationing because now since then we've gone to the Bahamas on a cruise. You got to go on a cruise with us. We went to Arizona. We've gone to Tombstone. And,
He got
there's so
arrested. He got arrested in
he
Tombstone,
did.
Rhonda.
He
That's
did. Got him arrested in Tombstone.
But yes, I've always loved traveling. But like you guys know, because you travel a lot in Europe, from Italy, you cannot reach a lot over here. Like you have France, you have Spain, you have Greece, you have all the North Africa part. But like when you are here and you can experience South America, you can experience the Caribbeans, you can experience all the United States, because even within the states of the United States, there is so much to see. So here, I enjoy even more traveling because I have 1 year to stay here and go all over wherever I can. So whenever I have the chance and you guys have the chance, we always just leave.
Yes. Well, it has been like a ridiculous pleasure. And I remember when you came, you were like, I want to be famous. Like, I want to really be in right? The land of fame exists, right? Am I going to
Yeah.
fit in? Well, he sure has fit in. And now, Alessandro, you've become a TikTok sensation. Like, Lou, you want to dig into that a little bit?
My goodness. So, for those of you who don't know, you guys gotta follow Alessandro. What is your TikTok handle again?
Alessandro.salimei. It just literally name and last name.
Alessandro.saleme on TikTok. And so it's been fun to watch the process on how one is people are just curious to know what your journey here is like. And there's different people people have the odd some of the kindest people out there, but then there are a few oddballs here and there who makes really silly remarks and they come up to with bad conclusions, right? And inappropriate conclusions. They say some of the dumbest things, but most people are just great people, man. They're happy for you. They're happy that you're here. They want you. They're cheering for you, and So one of the things that came up, the biggest thing of them all was when you first got here, we say, "Hey, we're gonna take you to some different Italian restaurants to get your opinion." And you said, "No," right? Then Rhonda, on our way back from Dallas, you said, "Let's go take him to Olive Garden."
Well, let's talk about that for a minute because yes, since he got here in July, it was very hard to get him to even think about Italian food. I make it all the
Yeah.
time and he refused to eat it. So I was like, let me make this fun for him because Alessandro, when he came, had I think 1,000 TikTok followers. I'm not sure what it was, but now, guys, he's almost at 400,000 followers.
Oh,
And I think that was due to people. Alessandro has an electrifying personality. And I could see that right away. And I'm like, oh, we just got to do videos with this kid. Like me and Lou have been in film and acting and all that for a long time, obviously. So we kind of knew which way direction to take him. But I think Ashley puts you on a whole different level, right? Ashley was the one who like got you on a whole different level. And all of a sudden you're being sent PR packages from True Fruit, from you can go over Alessandro what all those companies are. But for me, my big one was I knew the Olive Garden thing would go viral because nobody wanted you to go. You didn't even want to go. Here's the mistake I made. You ready? The mistake I made was I decided to do it after a 4-hour long drive from Dallas. We're into
boy.
town. All of us are hungry. And I was like, you know what? I think this is it. This is it. This is the time. And I was like, Alessandro, we're going to go to Olive Garden. Everybody was hungry. I was like, are you hungry? You want to get something to eat? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. We're going to Olive Garden. And that's when he wouldn't get out of the car. I knew that was going to go viral. I just didn't realize it would be 23 million viral. And I certainly didn't realize that it would get the attention of the New York Post. So
Right.
Alessandro, your dream of being famous is happening and it's so cool for us to watch.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
It's very, very cool, guys. I really don't understand it. Like, I don't believe that I'm known. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just the kid from Modena who came in the United States, and I would define myself as a lucky stupid, an unlucky idiot, because everything I do is just go with the flow, as
Yeah.
we always do. And I agree with you. I'm really, really glad to Ashley and to you guys because thanks to her, like I got to do a pass on social media, and then from her we expanded to everything else because, as you said, the Olive Garden thing it was pretty huge, and I didn't even want to go because I was like, why? Why am I going to an Italian place? It was very good. I really cannot believe it. I'm still traumatized by that.
So you were in the back seat. You're in the back seat, and we
Mhm.
knew Rhonda and I knew where we were going. You're in the back seat.
I didn't.
I know you. We pull in. I go, "We're here." You're like, "No, I am not."
Because when you guys said, "Are you hungry?" I was like, "Yes," because, we were back from Dallas, I was hungry. But you guys tell me, "Okay, let's go eat." But
Yeah.
when I saw you took me to Olive Garden, and I think it was right next to In-N-Out, and I was
Yeah.
craving burgers and stuff,
Oh,
and I
God.
love In-N-Out so much. And then you pulled in Olive Garden. I felt very betrayed. I could not believe it. But then it turned out very good. And by the way, as soon as
Betray.
the podcast is over, can we go have some Olive Garden
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something like that?
We love Olive Garden too. We love Olive
Wait, hang
Garden.
on a second. I have to bring something up, Rhonda.
Okay.
I have to say, I make one of the best tacos there is, other than my Tia Carmen. Okay, Tia
Yes.
Carmen makes some
Yes.
killer
Yes.
tacos, right? But Alessandro, because you went to Chick-fil-A, you realize you can put Chick-fil-A sauce on things,
Yes.
not on tacos. You need to stop that. You cannot do it on tacos, just so you know.
I really cannot believe it. Like, I never tried tacos before coming here. And I took advantage of you being so good at doing tacos. Not as well as Tia Carmen. Let's just make a shout out to Tia Carmen.
Shout
But
out.
like, you made these tacos and it was very good. And I was like, okay, you guys put ketchup everywhere, ranch everywhere, even on pizza. So I was like, I will not put ranch on pizza, but I will put it on my taco. And so,
Yeah.
starting with ketchup, starting with mayonnaise, I thought, ma the most beautiful sauce, the cane sauce, the Chick-fil-A sauce, all this kind of stuff, why don't we put it on taco? And it was very good. I really don't understand why you don't.
No.
Well, Lou, that's also a problem. Alessandro is now addicted to In-N-Out, to Popeyes. By the way, he became famous with Popeyes too.
Uh-huh.
If you haven't seen his TikTok, guys, go to his TikTok. They're amazing. And McDonald, just everyone. Like, what other companies have you become famous with, Alessandro?
All started with that one video where Ashley asked me, "What do you want to eat for dinner?" And actually, it was not on camera. We were at her house, and she was like, "What do you want for dinner?" And I'm like, "DoorDash," because I just found out about DoorDash, another addiction. And she's like, "Yes." And so for me, DoorDash equal fast food. So I was like, Popeyes. And she was like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, Popeyes. And she's like, "Oh, just a chicken Popeye?" And I was like, "Yes." So we went to the grocery store and she handed me the chicken pot pie. I was like, "No, no, Popeyes, Louisiana, the orange one." So everything started with this Popeyes mistake. And then we went from there to True Fruit, and then
Yeah.
we went from True Fruit to Fruit Riot, and then Fruit
Nido,
Riot,
Nido,
Nido, and then Nido, Olive Garden. So a lot of like different
Lobster,
stuff.
Red
Red
Lobster. We
Lobster.
cannot forget
Red
Red Lobster.
Lobster. Yes, a lot of different stuff, not only food, but also like recently, yesterday, just when we get back from Los Angeles, they sent me a package from a fidget toy company. And so it's very cool because, like, from here and there, I got stuff from everywhere. And it's very, very cool. I love it.
Pretty sure, Lou, at this point, he needs a PR package from a shipping company because he has no idea how he's getting all this stuff back to Italy.
That's true.
Yes.
Hey, I have to ask the $1,000,000 question though. What is up with the hair? What's going on with the hair? What
If
is
I
up?
answer correct, will you give me $1,000, $1,000,000?
$1,000,000 question. What is going on with that hair?
But with my hair.
Yeah.
Allora, okay. So, can I tell you a little story?
Please.
Okay. So, everything started, let's go back in the past, 2022. Okay. My hair was flat, kind of not a buzz cut, but kind of, and all the way to the side, like a kind of emo.
O
And I was like, hey, I need to do something. Cioè, in the 2022, I cannot look like this. And my friends around me were like, yes, you need to change. You need to do something because, I cannot like go out with my friends and be not very, very look awesome. Okay. So the first thing I thought of was my outfit and blah, blah, blah. And then I thought, hey, let's do something with my hair because I cannot look like Will from Stranger Things. And I started, so my barber shop was down in Rome. Okay. And because he was a friend of my dad. So I was like, okay. And they taught me like how to use like my brush and my blow dryer. And so from there, I always tried and tried and tried and tried. My parents can tell you, if we call them right now, how many hours I spent home to do my hair. And like, even before going to school in Italy, I sometimes I like crash out. Like I have crazy times because it doesn't turn out the way I want to. So
Oh,
Yeah.
every day and every night before going to sleep, I have to do my hair. Blow dryer, my little products that I change every month, and my brush here like this.
Lou, this is why it became such a big problem when we lost power and he wasn't able to do his hair. So that was another video that kind of went viral.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
funny because people think that we're rage baiting. There's nothing rage about it. Like if you guys were around Alessandro and felt his energy and his ambition and he's happy all the time, it's a lot to keep up with. Like even for me, I'm pretty happy all the time, but he's overly happy all the time.
Yeah.
And so it's very interesting. But I know now he's addicted, Lou, to fast food. He's addicted to traveling. By the
Yeah.
way, he just got back from LA. Thank you, Ashley, for taking him to LA. That was amazing. And you guys were recognized by so many people. That was his dream to go to LA too. But we're going back to Arizona, Lou. You have a movie premiere coming up.
I
So we're
do.
taking Alessandro back to Arizona with us. And then, of course, we're going on a Mexican cruise. And that's pretty much going to be it until we all go to Italy. We're staying in a castle for our 10-year anniversary and vow renewal. And of course, Alessandro and his family are joining us, Lou.
And can I go back to the movie premiere? You just
Yes.
kinda glossed over that, you know what I mean?
I figured you'd be able to better than that.
The movie is called Choir Practice. It is with the legendary Danny Trejo, and, it was one of my ambitions, one of my goals to work with him at some point, and it happens, you know, so very grateful for that. But yes, I think we might bring Alessandro with us to that premiere. We shall see.
We're bringing him with.
We
I got
might.
plane tickets yesterday.
Now, Rhonda, let's see, I
Ma
have a
Lu,
question for Alessandro. I have a question for you. What are some of the words that you kept kinda getting wrong or right here in America that you were confused with? I know we can think of the chill down. Chill down means chill out, not chill down. What other besides Popeyes? It's not a chicken pot pie. What other word?
okay. Um, okay, I have a very funny story that I will keep for a second apart, and then I will bring it up. But like, I never understood how to say these two words. Question. I never question.
Question.
How do you, question?
You have to
I
use
never
your
understand.
American accent. Show us your American accent.
Question.
There
Yo,
you go.
bro. What's up? Let's get a hamburger. And then another word I never understood how to say is mamma mia. It's properly. Properly. There is two
Properly?
properly. But this is more pronunciation. Then we have like a language barrier that sometimes is funny and sometimes it's like more um ambitious. No,
Yeah.
suspicious.
Suspicious.
Ambiguous. Okay. So in Italy they teach us like the UK English. So
Yes.
like lift instead of elevator, water instead of water. So everything is like more European style.
Yeah.
And so I remember one of the first one of the first days in America, I was looking for something to erase my paper with. And in Italy, they teach us the word for in Italian is gomma to erase stuff. It's rubber. So I asked somebody, "Do you have a rubber?" And they were
In
like,
class. This is in class in school.
"Yes." And they were like, "A rubber?" And I was like, "Yes, to erase my stuff." And they're like, "Oh, that's not what it means in America." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And that's how I found out that rubber is not an eraser in America, but it's something else.
Well, Lou, I
So,
can't. Oh, go ahead.
so no, yes, basically that's it. I always have like struggle saying right words at the right time because of
Now
my
you
language
know.
barrier.
Now you know. But I love your American accent. Don't you love his American accent, Rhonda?
I do. Yes.
Because I know a lot of words in my American accent.
I know. Let's
Yes,
hear it.
you
Let's
do.
hear him. Let's hear him.
Let's
Come
hear
on.
them.
So, do you want like a whole conversation or just the
Yes.
words?
Sure.
Yeah, just
Sure.
give it to us.
Come on.
Okay, bro. So after this podcast, we ain't be angry anymore, hungry anymore, because we're gonna go to some fast food to eat some hamburgers, and we're gonna go have some free refill sodas. You know what I mean, bro?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, Alessandro, I have another question for you.
Uh,
So, how do you
yes,
feel about us having a future exchange student?
I don't feel it. I just don't feel it. No, no, no. Cioè, so what I think for my host family, if you're a host family and you're watching, go ahead, host next year because you're giving students such an awesome opportunity, guys. You have no idea how happy students are when they got accepted. So if you're a host family, go ahead, host as many exchange students as you want. If you are Lou and Rhonda, don't. Or anybody in this family, don't. Ashley, if you're watching, host next year. Stephanie, don't host. Nobody in this family can host anymore.
Oh, yeah.
No. Okay, so can I make you my speech?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. You wanted a host, an exchange student from Italy because, Italian people, of course, are on a higher level. You wanted a guy, okay? You wanted a boy.
Yes.
So if you want to host next year, your thought is an Italian guy, is it?
Not
Italian.
necessarily.
Okay, so tell me from where. So is it
Say a girl from Spain.
no from Spain? Okay, so you want to be left out while she speaks Spanish with Lou.
My gosh. Okay.
Ay,
Wow.
Alessandro.
Wow. Okay.
So I don't really know, ma I
You
can tell
making
you
sense
for
here,
every
kid.
ma tu parli italiano, ma with the Spanish girl you can have all conversations. And Rhonda left out.
Oh,
Ah, no, no. Ma
no.
tell me any other country.
He just broke it down into perspective.
Germany.
Germany, boy or girl? Beh, it doesn't
Boy.
matter. Germany, they are cold. Cold people from Germany. My friends from Germany, I love you, but hey, after you host a welcoming Italian, all bubbly and blah blah blah, from Germany. Ma come on, no, no.
What about Venezuela? What about
But what
those
about
countries?
what?
Venezuela.
Venezuela. Hey, ma sti Spanish speaker are. Cioè, if you want to host a Spanish speaker, that's very cool. Spanish people are very like Italian people. They're very way party. But you will be left out, Rhonda. You will very be left out.
What
So
about Japan?
Japan, ma they are shy. Their culture is very different from America. It would not be the same.
All right,
Plus,
I get it. I get it. I get
so
it.
Parle
I'm doing
français?
it.
Parle français?
Even French people are cool, but after you host an Italian, French people are more like snob and like no, no. So what I'm doing it for is more for you guys than
Thank
me.
you.
You're
Gee,
welcome.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Now, one of the other things that I do want to say, Alessandro, publicly is that you have literally changed and transformed our family. Jade is a
Really?
different Jade because of you. Coral is adores you. And of course, even me and Lou have learned a lot from you and your family. And I don't know how we're going to survive without you next year. And we have 3 months left, and we're just going to make the best out of the three. I'm already crying. We're going to make the best out of the 3 months. But I just want to publicly tell you that we appreciate you. We love you. We're so happy that everything is going the way that we wanted you to have the best year of your life. And I believe that we did that for you, and it'll just continue, and our relationship will continue. And one of the things I really wanted was to have future graduations, future weddings, a future with this student. And I believe that we're going to have that with you. So we just want to thank you.
I really want.
I just wanna say, you still have to pull weeds,
No,
and
no, bad.
you still gotta wash dishes in my house.
That's funny.
What else? What
But no, ma I have to thank you guys because you have no idea. Really, I'm talking very honestly. You have no idea how happy I was when I got accepted to the United States because knowing that there is somebody on the other side of the world that doesn't know you, that wants to make you become part of a family, you're just like, wow. Plus, we started talking very, very soon than anybody else. So we got to connect very, very for a long time, let's say. And it was just so cool. I'm very, very glad I found you guys. I found everybody in this family from Mark Anthony that I saw like just a couple of times in Arizona to Coral that I see every day. So I'm just very, very glad, guys, that we met. And talking about weeds, I will keep doing them, pulling them. But when I will come live with you guys, because there will be a comeback, don't worry, my job will be over. Eh?
I do
Okay.
remember we did have so just so you guys know, the exchange student, he has this kid here has chores around the house, okay?
That's right.
As
Responsibility.
does Jay. They do chores. It's like just the way it is, right? But one day they challenged me to a bowling game, okay? And they said, if one of us beats you at bowling, we don't do weeds that day, and you do weeds, so I do weeds. You guys beat me one time, okay? It's time for a rematch, okay? It's time for a rematch. But we're gonna go watch the U.S. versus Italy in the
Yes,
World
today.
Baseball tournament, right? I'm looking forward to
Yes.
that. Rhonda, question for you: will you be wearing the America jersey or the Italian? Because
Right.
you are a Rhonda Moretti, your last name is Moretti, right? Moretti. So who are you cheering for? That's what I wanna know.
I've thought long and hard about this. It is definitely USA versus Italy. And so
Yes.
because my heritage, right, is Italian, Sicilian,
Mm.
I am going with both. I'm wearing an Italy shirt and a USA hat, and I'm with both.
You gotta
Adorable.
pick a side for
I'm
crying
not
out
picking a
loud.
side.
Alessandro, what about
Literally.
you?
Beh, my friend, just so you know, this is my T-shirt that I'm using. It says,
Daje,
wait, let me.
Daje.
Dai.
Dai!
Ah,
Dai
yeah.
means come on!
Come
So
on.
I'm cheering, of course, for my Italian friends. Cioè, dai! Oh, ma dai, the dai t-shirt is a lot.
See,
Who are
see.
you cheering for?
Oh, I'm cheering for the United States all the way, buddy. Go USA. Rhonda, any other last parting messages? Anything you want to share with people?
No, I appreciate all the companies that have also supported Alessandro throughout this journey. And I'm sure there'll be so many more companies now with his following on TikTok. And we appreciate the New York Post doing a spread on that. And, it's too bad that they used the worst picture of my life and Alessandro's worst picture of his life. But again, we had just gotten back from Dallas, right? And
Uh,
but we're excited. We're excited about the future for Alessandro. I know that he'll be back in the United States with us soon enough, but all good things come to an end. And in a few months, he'll be going back to Italy and he'll be enjoying his no air conditioning school again. So we're excited for him.
That's not true. I'm staying here forever. Let's just say this. This is just a joke. I'm not going back to Italy
uh,
and I'm staying here.
But we love you,
Alessandro.
Alessandro. And we thank you for being a part of our family.
I
Oh,
love you guys.
see. So, Alessandro, buonasera, buonanotte, sayonara, or that's Japanese. Arrivederci. So, your Instagram or your TikTok is Alessandro Salemai,
Yes,
right?
Alessandro.salimei.
Alessandro.salemai. And then Rhonda, your Italian girl 1130. Is that
You
correct?
got it. Yes.
And then I am Lou Pimber, just on TikTok. And so, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
And
you
we look
guys.
forward to if those of you who are gonna come to the meet and greet, we look forward to meeting you guys to come check that out, and we'll post some information on that here as well.
Yes, that is this Saturday. This Saturday, March 13th, or whatever the date is, this Saturday
Yes.
at 1 o'clock. And once you respond to you'll see the flyer right here with the email. We can give you the address of where it's at.
Very good. So, thank you all. We appreciate y'all. This is Keeping It Real with the Pimbers. Like, subscribe, share. If you're curious about having a exchange student, forget about it. Look what you're gonna end up.
No,
No, if
get
you're
a
curious,
hold of me. I'll give you all the information. I will give
get a
you all the
hold of
information.
Yes, get a hold of Rhonda. Shoot us a message right here. Where can they reach you, Rhonda? Is there an email you want them to reach you at, or
Reach
where?
me on my phone.
Okay, there you go. Just give out your phone number on YouTube. There we go. Call her on the phone. Shoot her a message. Get information. Maybe you too can have your very own Alessandro Salemai and change people's lives. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share. Talk to y'all soon. Have a great day, and may your life and be changed with the exchange student as well. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.